Hi, everybody. I'd say welcome to Sunset Stitches, but I'm obviously not at Sunset Stitches today. But my name is Trevor Conkergood, and it is Free Font Friday. And so I'm going live, maybe a little later than normally, just to let you guys know that we did update the website today, and there is a new font. It's called Curly Wurly. I don't have the stitch out here with me to hold it up, but Nicholas took care of everything and sent me the pictures. So I could show that to you guys. But basically, it kind of looks like this here, curly whirly, and it's an all uppercase font. So that means if you try and type in like, your name, Trevor, and it's upper and lowercase, then it won't include it'll just simply leave out the lowercase letters. You need to use the uppercase letters. But so it's an all uppercase font. And it's probably intended to be, under an inch or up to an inch tall. If you get over an inch tall, it gets kind of wide at the widest parts. But you can see here what we did to deal with that is we used what's known as a middle split. And I think the middle split looks really nice on this font, doesn't it? It kind of even adds a whole new like dimension to it. So I'm down with that. I'm like, let's do it big and do the middle split. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's in the properties. Let me bring it up here, the software, and I'll just click on the text tool, and it's going to probably remember curly whirly is the most recent text. And then of course, this is what I'm saying. If I put in here Trevor, but I do it upper and lower case, I'm only going to get a T, and that's if you hover over the font, it shows you that it's only uppercase letters. And if you type them all in uppercase, then obviously you'll get all of the letters. So yeah, that's the first thing to know. You can't type upper and lower with this font. It's an all uppercase font. The other one was if you want to make it bigger, right? So it looked great at the default size, but if you start wanting to make this font, nice and big, you're going to get a warning that some of the satins are becoming too long to stitch well. And that's where I turn on the middle split. So if you don't know, it's in the properties box. It's on the tabs in the properties box. The first tab is obviously where you do your text and you choose your font and all that. If you move all the way over to the one that looks like little dots on black lines, it's called the split tab, and you just click on there. It's currently set to none, and I'm just going to go ahead and turn that on to middle split and say okay. And you can set the settings, so you can say what's the minimum stitch allowed and what's the maximum stitch allowed. So if you're not kind of getting, the splits the way you want them, like it's set at 7 right now, and I noticed that like the top of the R is not splitting, and the top of the T's got little sections that aren't splitting. And if that kind of bugs you, then just make this number smaller. Instead of 7, make it 6. And then click apply and see how it looks. See what that, does that do it any better? Well, that moved the split a little bit longer. But the reality is it's measuring, how long is that satin stitch, and until it gets longer than your maximum. So instead of 6, let's try 5, and see. I could also measure it to see how wide is it. But so as you can see, it looks like even at 5, it doesn't get all the way there. But you can keep going, smaller and smaller until you get all. I've got the whole top of the T coming up. It's just this last little bit at the top of the R that isn't split. And really, it's who's to say that that's wrong. But there, now that I've set it to 4, you can see that it has kind of a nice split right the way down, kind of all of the columns like that. Yeah, middle split. The other thing I might do is turn up the minimum. 1.5 is kind of small. We could do a 2 millimeter minimum, and that'll probably clean up some of these kind of inside edges a little bit, take a few stitches out of them. Yeah, so that's how you can use it bigger, you guys. This, here I'm showing it at 2 inches tall, but at this point I could probably make it bigger yet. As long as you don't get to be too long here. If you're getting to the size where it's like even with a middle split, your satins are too long, that's when you really need to change from a split to in the purple star, you could change it to a pattern fill, and you could put a smooth texture or, kind of a fancy texture like snakeskin or cornrow. And then it'll update with a texture as opposed to a split, and so that looks kind of cool too, right? With the cornrow number 1. So there you go, you guys. There's a new free font. If you don't know, they're actually true embroidery fonts. And what that means is A true embroidery font means you can totally resize them. The software is required. You need the Floriani software. And if you don't own the Floriani software, don't be worried, because there is a level that's totally free that will allow you to use the fonts. Yeah. So you could download a free font every week and use it with your Floriani program. It's called Creative Express. And you need to have at least Creative Express. Of course, we'd like it if you had Floriani FTCU, which is our kind of Cadillac of embroidery software, right? It's been around for almost 20 years now. And if you can imagine, it's free updates for life. Like I'm meeting people that have had it for probably 12, 14 years. Bought it from Floriani, and it's been a free update every month, or not every month, every year. We update it once or twice a year. Anyway, if you want to use the fonts, you can totally use the free software if you don't already own the Floriani software. But the reality is the fonts kind of go with it, because they're not just letters. It's not just a letter A in a PES format or a Jeff format. It's a font that you can type in Trevor and it'll generate them, and you can control the way the stitches go. And so it's your chance to get started with the Floriani software and learn a little bit more about it. Yeah. If you don't know, I'm actually the software manager for R&K Distributing. And so although Sunset Stitches is my own personal company, I also spend a lot of my work time working for R&K Distributing, helping to maintain and develop the program. And so it's my pleasure to do lots of the videos for the software. And anyway, you guys, I'm kind of late today. Normally I go live on Friday in the afternoon when most of my friends are probably still shopping online. Most people probably missed me today, but you can catch me in the morning if you didn't see it tonight. But I'm going live just to say it's Free Font Friday, you guys, and you should drop by Sunset Stitches and download the latest font. It's called Curly Wurly, and it is available now. It's free for the week, unless you're a member of my classes, in which case you can get all the free fonts from the font archive page. Yeah, I'm actually in St. Louis this week, you guys. That's why I'm not home. I'm doing an awesome event at Jackman Sewing and Fabrics. And there I am. Where's my, that's the gateway to the west. And that is the downtown St. Louis. And I thread sketched it. I'd show it to you guys, but everything's in my trunk. It's one of those events where I'm doing an event on Friday in the St. Louis store. And then I drove over here. I'm now in Fairview Heights, Illinois. So I'm not even in St. Louis anymore. I'm now in Fairview Heights, Illinois, which is not that far. I'm just on the other side of the Mississippi River from Missouri. And yes, anyway, it's nice to see you guys too. I know I don't go live often in the evening, but it just happened that I had no time during the day today because I was doing my event. Sometimes I pre-record them, but not this time. Anyway, it was a fun day today. Here's me at the store with Amy and her daughter, Melanie. Amy is the fourth generation of the Jackman family to operate this business, and Megan is the fifth. Melanie, sorry. It's not Megan, it's Melanie. Anyways, really nice to meet. I love working with family businesses. As you guys probably know, I learned all about embroidery working with my mom and my dad and my brother and my sister. We all worked at Stitchitize. We all developed embroidery designs. And so I learned about, sewing and embroidery in a family business. And it wasn't until 2008 that I actually created Sunset Stitches, my goal was to do embroidery education. Yeah, anyway, you guys, it's I just wanted to stop in and kind of give a little update. Nicholas digitized the font and sent me the pictures, and I got it posted on the website, but I wasn't prepared to do a pre-record, and so I just thought I'll go live anyway. I'm in my hotel, I'm free for the night now. And but it was a fun event, and I got to get to bed soon because I got to do it all again tomorrow at this. They have 2 stores, and I'm visiting both stores, so I always love doing that. I love meeting embroidery people. And so it was really wonderful today. I got to meet Linda Kinzel. I see her on Facebook a lot of times live. I got to meet a lot of people who are from my Floriani workshop, and there were tons of people there that didn't even know that I do that kind of stuff, and so it was fun. Anyhow, tomorrow should be fun too. Another day in a store. If you guys do see the video, because I see there's a few people watching live, let me know who stopped by. You know, it's always great to see. Let me know if you're on Facebook or on YouTube, because it helps me to know that. But it doesn't really matter. Just nice to see you guys, and leave a little hello so that I know you dropped by. Yeah, what else can I tell you guys? I'm flying home on Sunday, so I will be home next week, and I'm home for the rest of the month. So I'll have lots more free fonts for you guys and live videos planned. And I'm gearing up for kind of some release of some of my embroidery club season 2. I'm getting ready for that. So, hey, it's somebody is saying hi, but you know what? All my computer is telling me is Facebook user. So I'm not really sure who to say hi back to. Yeah, exactly. Facebook from Pittsburgh. Well, there you go. How's it going in Pittsburgh? Um, St. Louis is actually a beautiful day today. I think it might have been raining before I got here, but looking out the just this morning when I drove to the store, it was like, wow, it looks like a really nice day here. I'm only saying that because back in Saskatoon, it's freezing already. I don't know that there's snow in Saskatoon, but it feels like there could be snow anytime soon. So winters are coming. And the good news is my next trip is to Phoenix, Arizona. I'll be in Phoenix in December, visiting Mall Queen at their Tempe location for 4 days. I'm going to be there. 4 days of events. We'll probably be there for a better part of a week. So I guess that's a little break from the winter, right? When you get to go and you know, hang out with your favorite embroidery friends at these fantastic places. Did anybody see my live yesterday? Because I went live from Jackman's yesterday and gave a little tour through the store. And I would have to say that video is probably a lot more exciting than this one. So if you missed that one, check it out. It was I try to do that everywhere I go if I remember. Sometimes it's just chaotic and I don't get a chance. But when I remember, I try to take you guys for a little tour of the new sewing store, you know, wherever I'm visiting. So yeah. My voice sounds a little hoarse. I can hear it. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but I don't sound like myself. But that's okay. I'm doing good. And I'm eating my grapes here. I'm getting ready for bed. I'm just having a snack. And anyway, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thank you to everybody that dropped in and visited me live. Thank you for all your support, you guys. It's great having fantastic friends that do embroidery just like I do. I'm going to let you guys go for now. Hope you had a wonderful day. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And I will touch base with you guys next week when I'm back in Saskatoon. Until then, have a great day and bye for now.